What's up, guys? It's Drew Holmes here. This is probably one of the most important videos that you guys are going to hear, from me in these early days of me talking about, sales and what I've learned over the years from Sandler Training, from Dale Carnegie, from Grant Cardone, from Ty Lopez, from Monster Producer, Coach Michael Burt, from Ed Milet. These are all guys that are top sales guys. And in sales, you either have confidence or you don't. You're either scared or you're not. And when you look at what makes up communication, 93% of communication is the body language. It's how comfortable, how calm are you in a situation. It's how nervous are you, how uncomfortable are you. Are you sitting up straight? Are you slouched over? Only 7% of communication is actually the words you say it. It's more about how you say it, and what if you're smiling, if you're look confused, if you're looking down and you can't look at the person. The body language tells a lot. That's how police officers can tell what the hell's going on. It's all body language. They're paying attention to every little thing you do and every little nervous twitch. Well, guess what? When you're dealing with a customer or any business scenario, people can pick up on it right away. You know what the Doberman Principle is? The Doberman Principle is where the Doberman, you walk into a room and there's a Doberman sitting there. And if you are scared, that Doberman can smell and sense the fear. It will attack you. It will bite you. If you are calm, that Doberman will walk right up to you, wagging his tail, and you can pet the dog. But tell you what, man, you're nervous, that Doberman's going to pick up on that. And sales is the same way. It's called the Doberman Principle. If you're afraid, you have fear, you're nervous, you'll project that fear and nervousness onto your prospect and customer. And if you project fear and uncertainty and doubt into the minds of your customers, you'll never get a deal. You need to be one of those people that, as Grant Cardone says, is so sold on what you do and what you sell that there's no other option. You don't see any reason why somebody would do something outside of buy your product and service. It just doesn't even make sense why anyone would do that. You need to be so sold and committed on what you do. Okay, but being sold and being confident and knowing what you're doing and how to do it is half the battle to not being nervous and scared, because in the beginning you're always going to be nervous and scared, especially if you're cold calling and you don't know what to do. So let me just give you a quick tip when you're cold calling. You don't want to go in and be this perfect salesman. You might even want to go in and struggle a little bit. It might sound like, hey, I'm not sure if you can help me. Can you help me? They're going to say, yeah, what can I help you with? Well, can I tell you why I stopped in, and you can decide whether it's you or somebody else I should be talking to? Or can I tell you why I came in today, and then maybe you can tell me if it's fair if we keep talking or not? Those are good opening lines to not sound like your traditional salesperson. And then when they ask you, yeah, sure, you're going to, instead of going right into saying, well, I'm Mike from so-and-so XYZ company, and we do this and that, and we're so great, and here's what all the things we can do. You drop into, the business owners that I talk to, they tell me that they have problems generating enough revenue. They're not getting the leads handled that they have coming in over their internet website, and they're just not pulling the deals across the line. They're having trouble getting the business in that they used to be able to bring in easily, and the marketplace just isn't showing them any love these days. Is that something that's a problem for you, business owner? So you're bringing up problems, issues, things that you hear a lot from your customers. In the packaging world, it might sound like, for me, it's like, hey, can I take 30 seconds, tell you why I stopped in today? And then you can decide if it even makes sense for us to keep talking. Is that fair? Oh yeah, sure. So most of the business owners that I deal with, restaurant owners, they tell me they buy a lot of products from US Foods and Cisco, but they can't always find the specific items they need. When it comes to environmentally friendly or custom packaging that they want to print, they just can't get the products in. They have to do a lot of special ordering, and it takes a long time, and they have to buy huge quantities to be able to do that. Is any of that a problem for you? Do you run into that with your restaurant? And I'm looking for any issue that they bring up. It doesn't matter what they say. If they say they have a problem, I'm going to next say, oh, Tell me more about that. Oh, you know what? I've heard that before. Tell me give me a specific example. Tell me more about that. And as soon as they get into the situation, they start telling you about a problem they have, you want to go for the appointment immediately. Look, you know what? No pressure, but why don't we sit down for 30 minutes? Why don't we put our calendars together and we'll figure out a time that we could sit down for 30, 45 minutes and see if I can help you. And at this point, I'm not sure that I can, but why don't we sit down and we'll figure that out together, right? You're coming in as a professional. That's a professional salesperson's move right there. And so remember, I'm going to go back to the beginning here and just bring this back for you guys. It's body language. It's body language. It's tonality. If you're on the phone, it's the tone that you use with people. It's are you confident in what you do? Are you sure about what you're doing? This is the right product for you, sir? Or, I think this will work. This has worked for other people. I think it might work for you. Or, look, I work with restaurants all over the country. I found this to work, and we have companies that are just raving about it. It's going to work for you. I'm sure it's going to work. Are you decisive, right? So be decisive, be non-threatening. Don't go into a sales scenario telling everybody what you can do and how much you can do for them until you can at least understand their situation and use some of those tips that I just taught you. So when you're walking in, it might sound like, hey, can I tell you why I stopped in today, and you can decide if it's fair for us to keep talking, right? Tell me why you called, and we can decide if it's fair to keep talking, or if it's somebody else I should be talking to, right? Hammer that in, hammer that home, and try that. Go out in the marketplace and try it. And then keep in mind, body language is critical, all right? Get the skill up, practice, study, and you'll be more confident, more comfortable. Learn as much as you can about your product, your service, your industry. Talk to the top producers in your company, and you'll be way ahead, way ahead. All right? Talk to you guys soon. All right? Subscribe to the channel. And just to give you guys a heads up, I'm going to be doing some book giveaways coming up, and they're going to be sales, business-related books. And I'm going to be randomly picking some of my next 10 subscribers. I'm going to randomly pick 2 and send out some books. So I'll be notifying you guys, any of my subscribers that come in. Thank you so much for following and for supporting. And for anybody new that's interested in the channel, interested in making more money, or just communicating about that, send me some messages. Let me know what you guys would like to see some videos on, and I would consider doing that. All right? See you guys soon.